Welcome to Graeme Games. My name's Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm checking out the brand new 1.0 release of WizardChess. I've played this before. Two Left Thumbs serves as the publisher on it, but now everything is fully reset and I thought it would be a fun time to start from scratch and unlock things in real time alongside everyone. So, coming from a voice in the darkness. My, look at you. A simple mortal bard, all alone in the dark. And yet so intact. So very coherent in this plane? Such a force of ego. God, maybe? The ghost of Freud? I think we might have found our next contestant. That's got to be a joke on analyzing the ego. I love the humor from Ben and Ricky, the two devs behind this game. We also had Jums working on the soundtrack, but it's just two people who made the actual game over 6 years, 3 years in early access. The Giant Minotaur. You may call me the teacher, for that is what I am. Where are we? This is the liminal space between existence. I come here to think sometimes. I like how that's capitalized. Yet, you are too green for my lessons. A babe, yet to learn even to speak. Perhaps the cloaked one will be your first teacher. He has an enthusiasm for wizard chess. Go. He will be expecting you, the shirker. Cast off. What? You found another mortal for the tournament? It was pretty disastrous with the last few. Messy, too. You say this one is even weaker? Oh, a colossal ego? Well, it might work. I guess I can show them the ropes. Conspiratorial. I love how these keep changing how they're being framed. Since there's money riding on it, maybe I'll sneak something in to improve their luck. And so I am kind of going to skip through the tutorial here. It has some teeny tiny light little bits of story, but it's mostly just introducing you to like one singular character who you will meet very shortly after. So I believe I can just abandon the tutorial, and you can always go back to it at any time, but I know the game. I'll kind of teach you guys as I'm playing it. I figure that'll be best. It is a good start, but you have yet more to learn. The tournament will pit you against the Fae Court, mighty beings of power and magic. They are stronger than you can imagine, but you have potential. You just need polish. I'll be running the arcade, so this is who ends up running you through the tutorial. Clokey, that's who we would have met. It's wizard chess, but lightning fast and consequence free. If you can master the arcade, I'll sponsor you to the tournament. Plus, I have heaps of new units to unlock. If you find yourself confused about a unit, come to me and we can practice using it together. Which, there are over 50 playable units, but there's like over 120 total classes in the game. Yes, I think we could be looking at the next wizard chess champion. Maybe you could knock some sense into Arabella, that's the FaeQueen, and we could all split the wish. How can you split a wish? So, that's the tournament. If one is able to conquer the wizard chess Fae tournament, then they are granted one wish. I will enable the analytics because I want to help the developers in every way I can. So, when first starting out, you are directed to the arcade. The tournament is kind of like a story mode. You climb the ranks, it continually gets harder. You can kind of see in the background there, you know, there's multiple different biomes to compete in, and you rank them up separately. They each have their own like master that you face off again with at the end. And then lessons are when you unlock a new unit, then you can bring it here and learn a little bit more about how it functions. But we're going to start in the arcade. You can re-roll the party a bunch, but because we don't have many units unlocked, this is more or less what we're going to have. The Merc, the Druid, the Javelina, the Rogue. This is timed. It kind of has like a chess clock, so it's going to move quickly, and it's kind of up to me to like react quickly. And so I will do my best to explain what is happening as I'm ripping through things, but it's kind of like I'm up against the clock, right? It is fast-paced and frenetic. You spend Vim in the shop, move quickly in combat, and when that timer hits 0, the next thing you do will be the boss battle. So it's not like a necessarily a consequence to run out of time, just a cutoff. So you're just trying to do everything you can before then. So everything is pretty small. I'm going to make a really simple early opening move because the clock, like very chess style, stops moving, stops counting when they are moving. And so it gives you a little bit of a chance to work on things. So the druid lowers the defense of I can actually stop the clock by doing this. That's another way I can do that. The druid invokes the ancient right to commune with nature and rob their enemies of their defenses. The basics of the game. Every unit has attack, defense, and skill. So you need to overwhelm their defense in a single turn. That can happen through multiple attacks, multiple units, but that has to happen within a single turn, or else they survive, and they don't actually lose health, they just survive. And then every unit has a unique skill. The druid, 2 tiles orthogonally from the druid. They'll lose 2 defense, so that's how I was able to overcome that unit. Now, once a unit is on their own, it's kind of an end phase of the game. They will have the effect Lonely, where they actually lose stats per turn so that you don't have to spend forever trying to chase down a specific unit. And then I also use the Javelina. The Javelina has a ranged attack, so the druid helped bring the defense down. The Javelina was able to attack from across the water there. And the bard, everyone surrounding the bard at every turn gains 1 attack and 1 defense. So normally that druid has no attack, and just by being adjacent to the bard there. So a lot of really micro strategic considerations that you're trying to take into account all at the same time there. I figured I'd just make a really speedy move, but the imp, luckily can't get at me. I kind of felt like I was about to get punished for that real quickly. I'm going to back him off a little bit and kind of wait to see what he does. So he's just opening himself up to get punished. Great. The Merc here is a really simple unit, really easy to use. Every time they move, they gain defense based on those skill points. That Skellum that the enemy had, the little skeleton, he's called a Skellum. He doesn't really have a lot going for him. It's not a very challenging unit. The Imp has kind of a unique attack pattern. It can't move to the tile in front of it. It can only jump tiles, so it's really limited in how it can move, so kind of like a less threatening enemy overall. So far I've won 2 encounters. I have 40 seconds left. I've collected 6 Vim, which is what I would spend in the shop. And this has to do with the difficulty, and I think because it's my first arcade run, that's not a consideration to be made just yet. You can see that the individual units have fatigue. It means they've come to battle 3 times. If you manage to have 10 units, you're only allowed to deploy so many in battle, and you will favor those with less fatigue. So right now, not really a consideration. We'll head to the next encounter and try and move through things quickly. He's got really low defense, so I just want to move in there as quick as I can and take that out. Good, I can slip the rogue in. The rogue can only move diagonally, so having the maneuverability there, that's so much my fault. He's constricted now too, so I can't even move him. Ooh. Okay, luckily he can still fight from where he is. The rogue can also attack diagonally, so he's got options. He's very versatile, but because he can only move diagonally, when there's lots of straight lines in the map like that, he gets stuck pretty easily. So dang, I had a little bit of a unit exchange there. So I'm actually going to hit the shop and see what units are for sale. So Clokey also runs the shop here, and let's see what he's got for sale. I lost my Merc, so I'm tempted to just replace him. The stats are slightly stronger than my current rogue, but I don't feel the need to replace him. The dog is a very good support unit, so worth considering, but I think I need another damage dealer. Luckily, the +2 attack, these are kind of randomized, so that one happens to be +2. Having a beefy rogue usually goes a long way. That's all my Vim spent. So there's also elements, and you would be able to use those, assign them to your units to make them stronger. So far right now, this Merc has 1 Earth alignment, I guess we could call it, on staying still for at least 2 turns, plus 1 defense until after you have attacked or moved. So if he just stays still, he will just be a little more safeguarded. And with each additional Earth alignment, imbuement, he becomes stronger, and like that skill becomes stronger. Oh, the second I did it, I realized I had opened myself up for that. That's brutal, actually. That really sucks. The rogue, I literally just, had just invested. Oh, now he might be able to get at me. He will, actually. He can. Oh, what am I thinking? I was trying to set it up with the druid to be able to help me out. This is bad. I've made some critical errors very early on here. He's very close to being able to get at me. That's not gonna work, really. Okay. I need to try and take out the gnome first, which... Oh, dang you. That's brutal. It's brutal. It's spelled gnome, too, by the way, which is just kind of funny. I think he'll be able to take out my bard's shield, so you don't instantly lose him. But what he's done is opened himself up. So if they're able to deal that damage to the bard twice, then the bard is gone. But after 4 turns, you can see in the top left there, the shield recovers. But I knew it wasn't an immediate threat. So, terrible, terrible for me. Lost most of my army and spent all my Vim just like the round prior. So I don't have a lot going for me. Oof. And now I will be stuck doing the boss next. So that's I'm pretty cooked. Yeah, I think there's like a very real chance I can't bail this one out. I can't even afford him. The dog is not going to be very useful here. I wonder if I just have 2 javelinas. Oh, I can't even afford any of those. Well, I can lottery away the last of it. Here's a little extra time. Come back for... Okay. Does that mean I get to do 1 more regular combat? It does. That's huge, actually. And it'll instantaneously... It's just adding an encounter for me. So out of all the things he could have granted me, that was insanely beneficial, because now I can try and bail this run out a little bit. The arcade that I'm doing right now is very, very much like 10-ish minutes sort of thing, whereas the tournament mode is a lot larger. It takes closer to probably about half an hour for a tournament run. So the game offers a little bit of flexibility, variety, in how you can play. So, 5 Vim. I might be able to get 1 more unit. It would be kind of funny to just get a bunch of javelinas. Cannot. So now the focus is upgrade these guys. Extra skill gives them better range, but that attack kind of stinks. There's not a ton you can do with that. So I think I'm better off making sure they both have a decent amount of attack. This is going to be a brutal fight. This is very unlikely to go well. Oh no, right off the bat. Okay, the Sheldon can summon units. I will get my attack raised by 1 because of the bard. That 7 attack is terrifying because it's one of the few things on this board you can one-shot me. That 6 defense, 5 defense. Let's see. I'll stay there because I need... No, I guess I don't necessarily need the right off the bat stat boost that gets there. I just want to take him out with that high defense. Oh, good. Still, they're slightly outside. But lions, after skill number of attacks, lion is no... lion wait, they gain attack until their hunger is abated. Oh, sorry, the turn was still going, so there's not the clock anymore. But their attack keeps growing, so now, like, the longer I leave this running, the more likely they are to kill the bard. So I gotta switch to melee mode there and try and clear that up. Okay, I've got some nerves over this battle, but it's coming together better than I thought it would. He's already summoning more guys onto the board. There's some concerns there, of course. Ooh, that imp could easily take me out. How can I best... Can they attack diagonally? I forget if they attack diagonally, so I don't want to mess with that. let me worry about something like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for a totally different approach here. Oh, I super opened myself up for that. But I'll take out the lion. He is vulnerable, but it's gonna take him a couple turns to get anything in position. I can get that long-ranged kill in. So I'm safe for a moment. Let's start with this. That I don't need to continually target that spot. You can't. The skeleton by itself can't kill me. I get the bard boost there. That worked out well for me, really. You've just walked right into my possible line of fire there. The javelinas are killing it. I'll just be a javelina all the time player. That's huge. If he steps even the tiniest bit closer there. Am I just one away? Yeah, I can move that one forward and I'll still be out of his like possible range. So I can pick that off as well. You'll see the Cloaky's got 99 defense. You might be wondering, like, what the hell do you do about that? The shield. You got to destroy the shield. Braden Q? Bradenk? I have no idea how I'm supposed to read that. Unothrine? I don't know. The randomized names are funny. I'm just trying to wrap my head around them. Okay, Bard. We're gonna move you around a little bit. Just a little. Just to kind of encourage you to possibly move into my trap. So much for my trap. And he can one-shot my remaining javelina. So this is let's think on this. He moves diagonally and he attacks diagonally. So I think I just need to make sure I'm backed off a little bit. The imp can't get at my bard. I should be able to get a safe shot. Oh, don't move too much. Sometimes it's not showing like where he can move, which is it like usually always does. I can't tell why that wouldn't be showing that right now. It's actually quite helpful when it does. Okay, he's in range that I can slip in and just get the kill melee style. Okay, that's huge. This is going to be a pain because I have to perfectly use both units to actually do anything with that. He's closing in on me a little bit here. I'm gonna back up the bard for a minute in the hopes that he moves the imp closer. He did not. But I'm gonna. Oh, he can kill my lancer. Okay, I can't risk that. Dang. I had a plan there to try and bait the imp, but yeah, I really can't risk losing my only damage dealer. All right, hopefully they will chase the bard. That's actually kind of what I need right now. No, that's too strong. Oh no. All right. This is kind of a tight corner I'm stuck in all of a sudden. He's not very strong. It would take a few turns. I would have to hope that he doesn't move that unit. This is like not a great plan as is. But I can't. Oh, he blocked my ability to go interfere and protect him. I'm in a bad way. That's kind of all there is to it. You. All right, still safe, and I can move the bard in. Yeah. Okay, let's get this Sheldon off the board. That's something at least. And all of his little summons. We don't need these little crabbies. They're complicating our life. Don't. This is tight. I might actually have ended up in a position to take him out. Oh, man. Okay. Whew. The Krabby and the Bard together, or the Krabby and Cloaky together, can break the Bard shield. So I got to be, like, mildly careful about that highly specific thing. But they'd have to do it 2 turns in a very short period of time. So I know that that's not, like, a huge risk. The shield can move. I don't know if it will if it's not immediately threatened. But actually, I'm one turn away. Boom! This run was such a write-off so recently. And I can't, it's not good yet because he can still kill. You know what? As long as they stay close together, the Bard gives him that extra tiny shred of defense that he desperately needs. How far can you walk, Clokey? It just showed me. I'll let the devs know about that. Kind of inconsistent with the reporting there. Are you just gonna stay kind of hidden in the corner here while you move your very useless Krabby around? Because I can jam with that. That's fine by me. Oh, you're gonna make this tricky. Normally when you have multiple units, you can kind of make plans and things that don't require chasing down a single unit so much. But that's what I'm stuck with at the moment. I'm glad he's not going to offense just yet. Alright, let's give you the extra little bit of shield just in case. Oh, that's a lot of crabs, man. So he could attack me. I gotta like pre-set up the Bard. That's so close to being what I need. But I can't. I think the Bard only boosts things like orthogonally, so I gotta. I can't really experiment with that on the fly because I'll end up getting my guy killed. Stay where you are, Clokey. Yes, that's what I needed. That was the kind of blunder I was waiting for. I got it dragged out at the end there a little bit, turned the arcade run into a little bit longer of an endeavor, but whew, one step closer to mastering the arcade. Thistle, my man, you killed it. So, wow, good job. I was expecting you'd be just another useless mortal. I bet with your luck, we can unlock some exciting new units to play with. You've just got to get 3 matching cards. I've never done it. As you face more difficult challenges, you'll get extra chances to unlock new units. Feeling lucky? So this has to do with the higher you've pushed the difficulty, then the more likely you are to, and the number of quality moves you've had, then you'll flip over more cards. But for now, it's just 3, but the game kind of cheats a little bit to make sure you have kind of a guaranteed unlock early on. The Lancer, pretty damn fun to play around with. Wow, that's a good one. Lots of defense and packs a real punch with its special attack. Let's go check it out. And so just in this kind of tutorialization phase of the game, it immediately takes you into a room to experiment. You called? Has our newcomer progressed so soon? I forgot how short the hours of mortals are. Yeah, and they got 3 matching cards. I couldn't believe it. We're gonna unlock so many new units. Can you show them how the Lancer works? Maybe even how to make it shiny? Exciting! I would love to teach them. Can we use your part of the void? Mine is a little messy. You gotta get rid of those chickens, man. Sure, I'll get some rooms ready. Many thanks. I will prepare a test of their mastery of the Lancer. Bard, you read the codex while I get ready. So, the Lancer is all about his skill. He's totally a versatile attack and defense unit. He can already just be a melee useful unit on his own there. But he can also charge in a straight line across the map. And if he contests with another enemy unit and his skill is higher than theirs, he instantly kills them. So it doesn't matter if they have 30 defense. If you can beat their skill, you can one-shot units with the Lancer. It's super, super cool. And it can also be used to improve his mobility. So I won't be able to use it there. I'll move this guy literally just so I can properly use a charge and show it off. So you can see the purple, pink is indicating like this would be a regular movement. A charge would initiate, but you can see the one further off lights up as well because you will automatically charge the full distance. So there's that. Just keep rolling me next encounter. We're just getting our nice simple Lancer kills. How can I better set some of this up? It almost doesn't matter what happens in these rooms here, you know. Just charging wasn't enough. I do have to charge enemies to get the credit. Gotcha. You can see the dog there in effect. The dog boosts your surrounding units and actually pushes back the enemy. It's a very, very flexible, very useful unit. Oh wait, here's a chance to show it off. There's a little bit of distance between us, and I can do a full charge, beat the skill. There we go. I just needed to show it off at least once so you can kind of see how that works, and now I'll kind of edit through things at a higher speed, and I'll show the end result. And possibly even a better example, you know, a 3 versus 2, he's all the way across the room, big charge for the kill. So yeah, the Lancer is a lot of fun to mess around with. And then literally on Discord on the side here, I'm already talking to the devs about maybe giving the Lancer bigger rooms for the tutorial. And there we go, my 5th and final specific Lancer kill. So I've completed the lesson there. You can choose to not move units and they'll just stay where they are and still play out exactly how they normally would. So I just did that there. Quick little pass. And now I guess you got to do a boss battle still to complete your lesson. I can show off more of the elements. So right now he's fire on defeating an enemy +1 attack for the next 2 turns. But if I raise that, +1 attack until the end of combat. So it just becomes better. And God, I forget how many tiers there are. There's quite a few tiers per element that you can build things up through. Yeah, I'll add a rogue. Might as well have more units on the board. I could do a nice big upgrade there since the rogue gains attack based on his skills. That boosts things a lot. And a perk, deploy an extra unit each combat. So I'll go into the boss battle with... I don't think I have enough units for that to have mattered, actually, but, you know, I'll be able to take a little extra with me here. Right off the bat, I mean, most of the units have pretty garbo health and stats and things here for the sake of this lesson. But yeah, let's just blast through those. You can't actually skill check the orb, even though it has 0 skill. It won't let you cheese like that. The game has that tiny bit of balance in play there. So even there, I didn't directly charge it, but it lets you bridge that gap really, really effectively. So there's still like a lot of strong strategic options that can come from having that charging ability, not necessarily limited to doing the skill check. So yeah, the Lancer's a great unit. It's a lot of fun. I like having it. I should probably try and get, well, in as little as 2 turns, because the Merc will stay and fight that off. I'm not worried about that. But I can sneak him up the side here. He'll be able to kill a unit, and he'll actually gain that permanent attack bonus. And so he'll actually be able to take out, or he already did gain. He already has been gaining attack bonuses. Bonuses? Oh, yeah. You can see bold +1, bold +1. So for each unit killed, he's gaining 1. So, like, he's leveled up really quickly within the battle here and was able to take that out all on his own, which is, like, super crazy. That's, I'm kind of impressed, actually, how much just having the 2 fire elements already starts to juice up your character. Like, he'll lose it at the end of combat there, but like, ooh, man, he was a kind of a devastating, deadly unit to contest with there. That was really fun. I was excited about that. So now we have the shiny Lancer. He's realized his full potential. I actually think being shiny just is a way of indicating that you've mastered the unit. I don't think it actually affects the unit. It is a good start, but you have yet more to learn. The tournament will pit you against the Fae Court, mighty beings of power and magic. They are stronger than you can imagine, but you have potential. You just need polish. So I think for the next video, I'm going to do many videos on this game. I love this game. I'm excited to level up through it and face its many challenges, because it gets hard. It's a hard game. Eventually. And you can kind of cater the difficulty to yourself a little bit. But I want to show off the tournament side. So the next video, I'm going to upload that right away. And you can see the tournament in action. And then later in the week, after launch has settled down a little bit, this is going to be kind of a mainstay on the channel. I'm looking forward to that. So you guys, links down below. Go check out WizardChess for yourself. It's specifically on sale for its launch week. So go check that out. 30% off. Now is the time to get into it. WizardChess, no space. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.